And we're live.
Well, hello, everybody. What is going on? I'm Campbell. That is Evan Degraff and Chris Clark. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm okay. I went live on Facebook on my own personal little timeline that they call it on Facebook. Good time. I play the guitar and stuff. I'm just trying to spread some positive vibes as we're all quarantined. And I also went in Smash Tournament, went 2-1. We're feeling good today.
You look like you're feeling good. And Chris Clark, how are you doing over there?
Oh, I'm doing phenomenal, Patrick. How are you guys doing? Let's rock this sucker. I have not ever seen this movie, and we're gonna have a ton of time talking about it and bullshitting with you guys. So let's rock it. It's been fun.
I was going to say, so tonight we're here. This is our first live stream period on the PJ Campbell Show Network. It's our new channel that we launched earlier in the week, and we decided to start out. We wanted to do a silly goose commentary and just have a fun time with any movie. And I couldn't think of a better way to start all of this than Army of Darkness, which is an all-time favorite film for me. It's a movie that I have watched so many times since I was very, very small. I really, really adore this movie. And it just felt like such a perfect time to do this. And even better is that I had no idea that both you and Evan had never seen this.
Nope.
I mean, it's not really surprising knowing my track record for not watching movies. I mean, Army of Darkness isn't that overtly popular.
It's a cult film for sure.
Yeah, so it would be a clear blind spot, as one could say. But I'm excited. I don't have a reason not to be excited, to say the least.
Do you guys know anything about any of these movies going in? Do you have any idea what they are at all? Anything like that?
No clue at all.
No clue at all.
I've watched Ash vs. Evil Dead once or twice. Not it.
Okay, so the cool thing about this is, at least for me, I think the biggest part that is very interesting, and you'll see it as we go in, is these are Sam Raimi films. Sam Raimi pre-Spider-Man. Sam Raimi pre-Darkman. This one was post-Darkman, but this was Sam Raimi's first trilogy before he did Spider-Man at Sony. And when you watch it, you're going to see a lot of the same kind of influence and stuff. But the thing I love about Sam Raimi is he's very much like a horror genre filmmaker. And a lot of the flourishes that came from these films are in the Spider-Man films, especially the Doc Ock rebirth scene, if you will, in Spider-Man 2. But it's so funny to see this now. And I just realized now the cup I'm drinking out of is the Doctor Strange cup that Mondo did. And I'm realizing, which is kind of great because his next movie is now Doctor Strange 2.
That's correct.
But I'm a big Sam Raimi fan and I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan. So I am just over the moon to sit down and watch this with you guys. Number one, because like I said, it's one of my all-time favorite films, but more than that, I get to share it with you. And that's really exciting for me.
Yeah. So a couple of things. I do want to say we do have Chris Woodburn in our Facebook live stream right now. He's just saying, hey, what's up? And I do want to let everyone know we do have a YouTube channel. If you're watching from Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel. It will probably end up being a little more interactive on there just because YouTube's a little bit easier to navigate than Facebook is. But we do have a YouTube channel. It is the PJ Campbell Network. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But yeah, I just want to say hi to Woodburn before we get going.
I'm really excited Woodburn's here, man. Thank you so much. He's a big-time, long-time Schmodown fan. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years. Thank you so much for your support, Chris. Evan, we also have a PayPal, I believe. Do we not?
We do. And you and I talked about this beforehand. The first thing we would do with it is just to make sure that we have everything that we need. So right now we're using StreamYard, and that's a paid service. So anything that goes to that gets put right back into whatever we're producing. And then from there, we'll figure out what to do with it. Right now, I know I'm jobless. Someone else, we're in a rough time. So the PayPal is just, it's not out of greed. It's just out of, it's there. If you would like to donate, go ahead and donate. You don't have to. We're all just chilling out.
Yeah, you don't have to. Don't feel like you need to donate money. It's just kind of, we're a fledgling YouTube channel at the moment. It'll go a long way on just trying to keep the lights on for us. So the link is in the YouTube description, I believe. I'll have Evan post it in the Facebook as well, just so that it's there. But outside of that, I think it's go time.
Go time
to watch a little bit of Army of Darkness. So what we're going to do, guys, if you're watching along with us, either you have it on Blu-ray, you have it on DVD, it's streaming on Hulu if you have the Stars bundle as well, so you can definitely watch it that way. We all have the movie queued up at exactly 0 seconds. So the movie should be at 000 if you're looking at it. What we're going to do is we are going to count down from 5. When we get to go, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hit the play button on yours, and you will be watching along with us for arguably what I'm hoping is going to be something that's going to bring you a lot of joy in a kind of shitty times right now. So let's go. Let's do this. Get your guys' movies queued up, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, here we go. What studio is this from?
This would be old school Universal right here.
I'm glad they updated that. That looks ugly. It's good though.
I kind of wish it's nostalgic. I kind of wish it had the old school, like really old school Universal logo, because Back to the Future 3 used it because it was the time travel one in the past.
Yeah.
The Old West. I kind of wish that they had done that here just because it feels very monster movie-esque.
That is true.
That's fun.
Pictures production. Yeah, Woodburn said it's kooky fun. So imagining what Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 3 are, I'm very much expecting kooky fun.
You're going to love this. My name is Ash, and I'm a slave. There's not a better hero in film because he's so unlikable at the same time, and yet you can't help but root for him because he's kind of just like not really a good dude. This is the backstory.
Interesting.
So, dude, Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi have a working relationship.
Yeah, they've been working together since the original Evil Dead. They were friends long before this. That's why he's literally in almost every one of Sam Raimi's films in like
That's why I asked.
Any capacity.
Is Bruce Campbell in Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's in all 3. He's got a different role in every film.
Oh.
Fun brand.
I really love the way that they make the Book of the Dead look. It's so cool. I love the design.
Wait. I have that book at home. Or we had it at one point.
The Necronomicon?
Yeah.
Is someone at your home an Evil Dead fan?
No, I think it could have been a copy, like a cover.
Oh, that might, yeah. They actually sold Blu-rays of it at one point that like they came in the case like that. It was great.
All right. Have a great night, Woodburn.
Later,
Make sure
Woodburn.
you find the movie at one point and watch it along with us.
Yeah, come back for the commentary later, my friend. So all of this happening right now is flashbacks to Evil Dead 2. This is how Evil Dead 2 ended.
Ah, okay. Those effects are great.
They give me like a very specific vibe of very specific times of filmmaking. There's definitely some matte painting type stuff going on, which I love. A little bit of claymation, but Bruce Campbell.
Oh my God.
Versus Army of Darkness. Originally,
wait, oh my God.
Yeah. One of the original titles for the film, because it's the 3rd film in the Evil Dead franchise, was actually The Medieval Dead, but Universal wouldn't go for it. They didn't think it would sell tickets, so they renamed it Army of Darkness. And it didn't really help the film in the long run, which is kind of a bummer.
They should have branded it Evil Dead.
Not break his arm. His arm should be broken. He landed on it.
He's got a chainsaw, bro. I'll say this. It's really funny to me. Like, Evil Dead 2 ends a little bit differently. It's not quite continuity correct, but I kind of love that about it too.
The color palette of this movie, oh my god.
I mean, it's like a very modestly budgeted type movie, which I've always appreciated. The dudes hitting the Oldsmobile with swords because they think it's amazing. So this movie is also very much like a play off of Night in King Arthur's Court or a Yankee in King Arthur's Court. They're definitely playing off that vibe. And not too long around the same time, when I was younger, there was a movie, The Kid in King Arthur's Court, which had Thomas Ian Nicholas, who is also a Schmodown vet, who was the lead of that.
Wait, who?
Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that guy's great.
Yeah, he was the lead in, I think, that one, and then there was a second one. I love that the old wise man's like, what is this thing? This is the chainsaw.
Good cut.
It's a great cut. Raimi was always and still is to this day, I really think, a very fantastic filmmaker. Like, I have a hard time not loving the stuff he does, even if I don't think the movie's always great. I think his direction's always solid.
He's got a very clear style.
Yeah. And Edgar Wright was very much influenced by him too. Like, you can see it in a lot of, especially like some of the cuts in Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead specifically. Like, they're very Sam Raimi-esque in a lot of ways. Because he has a very particular editing style, I feel like, too.
Bruce Campbell memeing on everyone's probably my favorite thing.
I really wish that Bruce Campbell had become like an A-list actor, but there's something almost so great about the fact that he didn't, in a way. Like, he's so specifically someone that people just love, and I love that. Like, it's so good in that way. Have you guys ever seen anything else with Bruce Campbell where he was a lead, like any other time, or have you only ever seen him in bit parts?
Only in side roles.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty much what he's only been regulated to, because like the two shows he led as like the lead only lasted a season and 2 seasons each for the most part.
Yeah.
Kind of, obviously, Evil Dead lasted 3, but it was a IP. But like Burn Notice, obviously, where most people...
That's definitely going to be a show I binge as time goes on.
That I actually really have a soft spot for Burn Notice.
It's good.
Yeah. It's one of the... USA had 3 really great shows around that time. Burn Notice and Monk, and of course Psych, which is my absolute favorite. And Bruce was even in an episode of Psych towards the end.
Yeah.
Season 8. He was in the last season. But if you've never seen The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., I implore you guys to track it down. I believe iTunes actually has all the episodes. It's 27. Okay. It's so good. I've got the DVD set. I grew up watching it. It was ahead of its time. It should have lasted longer, but because they kind of knew that it wasn't going to last, it definitely got an ending.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the all-time great lines. Who wants to know? Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So now you know this movie's going to be a lot like that. There's just this inherent, very B-movie nature, obviously, to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it just makes me so happy. I kind of actually love that they try to treat it like there's an actual war going on and stuff like that, though. Like there's a bigger backdrop that he just kind of happened to fall into.
Yeah.
There's something inherently fun in that in a big way.
It also
Matt
kind of
just
looks
put in
like,
the YouTube comments. No, go, Chris.
it kind of looks like Monty Python a little bit. It gives me that
A
kind
little
of
bit,
vibe.
yeah.
Go for it, Evan. What did Matt post?
Matt just put in the YouTube comments. Well, I see Yankees and Red Sox, so I'm out.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
just
but
rude.
Matt, you're a New Yorker. I am a pizza.
Very good, Chris.
I mean, that was great commentary right there.
I love this right here. Like, this is a very Sam Raimi-esque directing moment. Like the slow zoom in, the way it's kind of cutting around people.
Yeah, builds a little tension.
Yeah. He's great at tension building in all the right ways.
I feel like
just
yeah, that guy
so ridiculous.
So did he just get eaten by something, or is that lava?
No, he definitely got destroyed by something.
Because that kind of looked like
this is another Sam Raimi shot right there. The Doc Ock arms do something very similar in the Spider-Man 2 Awakening scene.
Yeah.
So you definitely see some of those very early flourishes of what Raimi kind of really became known for. And that's why I love so much of this movie.
Is there an emo dance scene?
Not this time.
Oh.
But there should have been. It's Bruce Campbell, I mean.
Yeah.
He's just so unlikable. I've never even seen these assholes before.
And this is all in the same continuity as Ash vs. Evil Dead, the TV series?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Theoretically speaking.
Bruce has got such a very specific look and like a way he carries himself that I always really liked. He really probably would have been like a lead actor type in the 60s or the 50s. Something like he just missed the mark after, which is a bummer because I really, really like him, man. He's a great actor.
But I think that's part of the Bruce Campbell shtick. It's just he
totally.
shows up when you don't expect him.
Oh.
Of course, I mean, there's a whole generation that's always going to know him as Coach Boomer from Sky High.
Oh, that's where I kind of recognize him from. Sky High. That's isn't that that's the thing with the bowling team, right? The Disney Channel.
No. It's the superhero one.
Oh,
the superhero high school, like Mary Elizabeth Winstead's in it, Kurt Russell's in it. It's got a good cast, actually.
Oh, okay.
But Bruce was one of them. Like, they got very cheeky with the casting of all the teachers.
Oh my God.
The Deadite fight is fantastic. And again, very Sam Raimi cuts in the way that he's filming the fight scenes. I like the way that like the camera moves and pulls away in certain moments, so it actually looks like the hits are a little bit harder. It's just I mean, this is more exciting than Gladiator. Let's be real, guys. If he got out at the end and was like, "Are you not entertained?" I'd believe it.
It feels very Return of the Jedi-esque.
A little bit, definitely.
Very, yeah. Well, this is more trash compactor scene.
Mixed a little bit with the sail barge escape.
Mixed a little bit with the Rancor, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking towards because everyone is like looking at them. And it's part of the audience thing. Yeah.
I love this. Oh, it's so good. Just in case you didn't know what kind of movie you were in for. He literally catches the chainsaw on what's left of his arm.
All realism in this movie is out the window.
Oh, 100%. I love
That
that
was an
shot.
awful shot. That was awful.
I love it, though, because the blood splatters all over the camera when it happens.
Yeah.
Which is great. I just love the Deadite designs, too. The makeup is so freaking cool, man. There's just some really great makeup. There's just some really great prosthetic stuff going on.
Yeah,
And,
I'll say that.
like,
It looks really good.
Yeah. Again, very modestly budgeted film. And like, I really love, I mean, obviously, yes, it's a dude in a costume, but it gives me like Universal Monster vibes, which is really kind of perfect for it.
His leg almost got destroyed.
My favorite band of all time uses some of the dialogue that's coming up at the beginning of one of their acoustic versions of one of their songs. Makes me so happy. What a great character, man. Like, just so there's something about him that, again, like, he's not necessarily likable, but yet you still like him. Like, he's just so terrible at being the hero. He's cocky and arrogant, and yet I like the one-liners. I love how he carries himself.
Yeah.
You want a little? Him also, though, using what little power he has here to get them freed is actually a really great move that I don't think Ash would have ever actually done before this, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels a little bit like character building in a way. I'll give it that. Sword fight. He's worse than Ash. He's freaking kicking that dude over because he wanted his sword so bad.
Shit.
Yup. Yeah. So this is one of the all-time famous Ash Williams lines right here. It's so good. It kind of reminds me of Oz, which is actually funny that he'd go on direct Oz the Great and Powerful because, you know, Oz uses technology to pretend to be magic and stuff like that for people who don't necessarily understand it. There's a little bit of that going on with this. Hey, Malcolm.
Welcome.
Malcolm, we're glad to have you.
Bro, I don't know how I feel about this first person point of view.
Nah? The Return of the Deadite.
Oh,
Sends
Sam
it
Raimi.
right back down. Yep, very Sam Raimi. This too. That shot reminds me of when all the New Yorkers and stuff surround him after surround Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2.
He really
What was that?
He really fucked around with this.
He really did, man. Like, that's what I like about this movie. Like, it's so many different things and gets to do so many different things while you're watching it. Like, it's not any one genre. It's not any one anything. It is just kind of this bonkers, I can't believe it exists sort of thing.
Yeah.
It balances so many different genres, and it's comedy and horror and action and adventure. Like, there's no way that all of it should work, and yet it 100% works all the way through. And honestly, I think that if everyone in the movie didn't seem like they were on the same page on like the joke of the film, I don't think it would be as good. And I can actually say that's like, I watched Bloodshot the other night, and that movie is so not in on its own joke of what it should be that it's not fun. Like, this movie is 100% in on its joke and knows exactly what it is, and that makes it fun as hell. Again, I like the makeup work a lot. And that's I just like the way that they handle the possession.
It's almost like very Spielbergian, because they're using the camera in a way how they can hide the fact that it's low budget.
Totally. And Raimi does a great job of that with a lot of his movies, I feel like.
Probably explains why Spider-Man 2 is so good as good as it is, because he had the budget to finally like show everything he could.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a great shot, isn't it, Chris? From the face down. What? It got Chris.
I'm glad I don't have a camera right now.
I'm so glad that we got a real reaction out of Chris with that.
It's just cheesy enough, and the camera's just moving enough where it doesn't bother me at all.
Right. Would you say, and maybe this is just me, but the camera definitely feels like a character in and of itself almost. Like, the way it moves, it's so fluid. Like, it really makes you feel there.
It's becoming one, because it moves from second person perspective to first person.
Yeah, frequently.
And I think that's due to budget.
Totally. And again, it feels very much, at least to me, like Sam knew his limitations, but he figured out, like you said, in the Spielberg way, you hide it and strengthen it, and he uses the camera in the right way to like add tension, like this. I
hate these shots so much. These are so bad.
That's the Edgar Wright, like Edgar Wright does that too.
Oh yeah. Also, Malcolm says he misses Chris's screaming on camera. That is fair.
That's fair. I think we all agree with that. We got 5 people watching right now.
Apparently. I know. Shout out to the 5 people watching.
Happy Saturday, you guys. I'm glad you're here.
Happy Saturday. I need a beer. I should probably get one. I need a beer. Should I say that live? I don't know. Are the FBI going to chase me down? Probably not.
The FBI doesn't care, other than the fact that we're watching Army of Darkness. That's the only reason they'd be watching, because they like the movie as much as we do.
Wait, what? Said who?
Says me.
Oh.
Everyone should like this movie.
Damn. You really had to say it like that.
I really had to say it like that. This whole thing, their whole relationship makes me laugh. Like, they don't get along at all. They've seen each other in like 3 scenes. And then the turn at the end of this scene just is hilarious to me. Don't touch that. Your primitive intellect. He's really just not that good of a dude. And I'm going to keep saying it. And I love Ash. He's one of my favorite characters ever, but he's just like not really a good dude.
Yeah, it's fair.
He's like the ultimate anti-hero almost.
Oh.
Yeah, see right there. And but here's the turn. Because you're a big cheesy blockbuster type movie. You're an old adventure film. The dialogue.
What the fuck?
Give me some sugar, baby. Again, that feels like a throwback to the old serials and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it almost feels like a mix of the old, like Earl Flynn type adventure movies from the 30s and 40s.
This feels like Princess Bride.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm not the biggest fan of the Princess Bride, but I'll give you that at least.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. You know,
That's
the
a fair
Princess Bride.
Nah, Princess Bride's super cheesy for no reason.
I wish I could kick you out of this chat.
I really appreciate what the Princess Bride does. I just never happened to really connect with it in a way. I didn't see it until high school, and I kind of missed the boat. As everyone had told me, it was like the greatest movie ever, and I was like, it's fine.
Oh, Ian McKellen's in it. No, that's not Ian McKellen. That's never mind.
Okay, where did those words come from? The 3 words that the wise man wants him to say. Do you know what other sci-fi film that is from?
What words were they? I was talking over it.
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Oh, Prachi Nikto. That's from Orient 1. Not Orient 1, Space Oddity. No, wait. It's the magic words from Harry Potter?
No, it's
No.
none of those things.
Oh, wait. Nikto. Oh,
Don't keep repeating that over and over again, please.
wait, what? Oh,
Oh God. It is 100% a throwback to The Day the Earth Stood Still.
that's what I meant. The thing with the giant aliens attacking the Earth. Yeah. World is not enough.
The World Is Not Enough is a Bond movie, Chris.
Day the Earth stood still. That's what I meant.
Yes, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Dude, Chris, can I have whatever you're on, please?
And I'm on a cushion right now because my butt hurts.
So Chandler did not take all the essence with him then?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
That was a Friends joke, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I ignored it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
How do you know it's a French joke if you've never seen the show, Evan?
I love this, by the way. Again, Sam Raimi using camera just to be...
This feels Harry Potter-esque right here.
A little bit, yeah.
And a little Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, actually, no, more Lord of the Rings, you right?
This might be the same woods that it was shot in.
Probably not.
No, this was definitely shot, I'm pretty sure, in like Los Angeles County versus New Zealand.
Oh, right over there could be where Boromir died. Oh,
Looks a little Northern California-esque, though, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's either that or New England, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, and these two, they're from Michigan. Like that, the first two were all shot in Michigan.
oh, Evan,
really?
Evan, New England is not in New York and is not in the United States, so it would probably be around.
Chris, New England is a conglomeration of states. Boston, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. Am I missing one?
Oh wait, oh god, wait, I thought you said New Zealand.
No, New England.
Oh, okay.
I believe Malcolm is from New Zealand, though.
That is true.
Actually, I didn't know that New England was a bunch of states. I thought it was like capital of like Washington D.C. or something.
Oh my God, Chris.
Okay, stop. There was myself. I'm terrible at zoology.
Zoology.
Zoology. This is geography.
I mean, yeah, okay, I'm a mess right now.
Clearly. Are you okay?
I'm looking at animals. Okay, we're good.
I love this. So this is definitely a throwback to something like Gulliver's Travels and like the little mini people who attack him in that story. Yeah. But again, just so bonkers. Like, what is happening right now? Those are all very mini versions of Ash attacking bigger Ash.
That's really bad.
Bad meaning
this
good?
is Spy Kids. This is Spy Kids all the way.
It is.
He just had a pitchfork rammed up his.
That's fair. He freaking pins that one with the fork. This set piece is actually so ingenious, and Raimi's really good at minimalistic set pieces. Like, it's still really fun and exciting. It's one room. It's nothing more than that. Evil Dead 2 has similar ones. What?
That was disgusting.
When he's getting his face off, the hero? Yeah. My fair lady. Ha!
That was London Bridges, not Fair Lady. This is also very like Home Alone-esque kind of.
I can't see that one. Not gonna lie. Sorry, Chris. Things you hate to see. Oh, the shot.
Yeah.
His skin kind of looks like cinnamon rolls. Oh.
What?
Like the texture of cinnamon rolls. It kind of looked like his skin. That is a great effect right there.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Raimi uses a lot of different filming techniques to pull a lot of this stuff off, and I love it for that.
I don't need to see it.
I honestly don't think that we would make movies like this really anymore. There's nothing quite like this.
I'm curious.
I'm just thinking, like, there's not many films quite in this vein, I don't feel like. Oh, God, imagine swallowing that hot water.
Yeah. Also, this seems maybe out of touch, but also has a very similar tone. I would say Captain Underpants.
Sure. I could get behind that.
It's a bit of a stretch, but it's there.
Here's a little bit of great body horror. There's not a lot of body horror in this movie, but this whole thing, like, that's such a cool shot. What a great effect. And that's a practical effect, by the way. Like, that looked cool. Yeah, just a little bit of body horror for you. Ash has got 2 versions of himself now.
Imagine an Easter egg where you just see E.T. on his bike going home.
It'd be amazing. I mean, it was a Universal movie. Why not?
They could have done that, but this was made before E.T., right?
Or no, after? This is after. This is 1992.
Oh, yeah.
So you're looking at, what, 11 years later? Because E.T. is 1981? 1982? So maybe 10 years later. I love Bruce Campbell acting alongside himself like this, and they're very different versions of the Ash character. Like, one is this psychotic, weird, evil version of himself. Bruce Campbell's great at slapstick, too. Like, that's another thing about him. He's a great slapstick guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Oh.
Shot him in the face. Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun. There's some dialogue in this movie that is just so excellent. Here's a couple more of those shots for you, Evan, that you like so much. but like the opposite direction almost. They're more
I don't know why we have the wipe, not the wipe, the shade of black.
I don't know. It's kind of fun.
It's like you take George Lucas and you put him on acid.
That's one way of saying it. That's fair. This movie definitely also has like an old Universal monster movie undertone to it. It really does. Like this is something out of like Frankenstein or the Wolfman or something like that. What's that in the face, huh?
Oh,
And
the cross.
Yeah, the cross. I was going to say that shot is in every one of the Evil Dead movies, and it's
Oh,
also,
really?
yeah, and it's also in Ash versus Evil Dead. It's one of the things that ported over from every version of it. You know, man, I miss when this is clearly shot on a set of some sort.
Yeah.
But like I love the design of it, and it makes me miss really great set work.
Yeah, actually, this kind of gives me the vibe of Pan's Labyrinth.
A little bit of Raiders too.
Yeah. Evan, have you ever seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, I'm just realizing that Evan looks a little bit like Crispin Glover right now, and it's freaking me out.
Who's Chris McLover?
Marty's dad in Back to the Future. Look it up.
Oh, I know what Marty's dad looks like. Mick Glover.
But you look like the Charlie's Angels version of him right now.
No, he looks like Scarecrow, the guy who plays Scarecrow in Batman Begins.
Oh, shit, I know
Cillian
this.
Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. There you go. Do you ever get that, Evan?
No, but I take that compliment. Killing Murphy, a little cute, so we take those.
3 books. Nobody said anything about 3 books. Take 1 book, take all books, or what? Again, Ash showing his incompetence.
Dude, he's got so much hubris. It's shit's so funny.
I know, it's amazing. And this is a great shot, by the way. That, like, I love the way that looks. It's just very, very cool. And the stretching effects are really great.
Oh, he's gone.
Reading
shit.
Rainbow.
It'd be easy to use CGI to do so much of this type of stuff now, but like look at this movie and the use of makeup
Beautiful.
and like physical sets and
That's great.
you know, just digital, like all the kind of digital magic back then. It's just so like it's very enthralling. I just love it so much. Can you name another guy that's supposed to be a hero that is full of as much hubris as Ash Williams is in this series?
Nah.
Oh man, his face. And he's being attacked by a book. This is a little bit of like Harry Potter also. It reminds me of the third one. Because the book attacks Harry inside of the when he's he's in Diagon Alley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the books in Super Mario 64 that attack you.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Now he's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to have words.
Oh, this movie is definitely a movie from its time. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely. Again, it's a night like it's an N word. There's something about this movie that it almost feels like it's a 90s movie, and it definitely feels like a 90s movie, but it almost feels like a late 70s movie too. Like it doesn't just feel like the typical 90s type fare. Trying to play it off, and he doesn't even say a word. I just love the design work of this movie. Physical sets go a long way. We CGI so much stuff now, even like using green screen just for backdrops and stuff. Like this went such a long way having a physical set and him being there, even if it's not all 100% physical. It's freaking amazing. All the graves and stuff popping up.
Yeah, I think that there's like what my biggest nitpick so far is the lighting of the film. I think it's underlit, and that could be on purpose, but like there's some shots where you can barely see their faces. I'm like,
right.
That's just me, dope.
I think it's definitely supposed to be an aesthetic sort of thing because it's supposed to be very medieval-esque, and it still has like a little bit of a grimy horror undertone. I love this.
Right.
Ash being attacked by all the skeletons and stuff like this. I think this is actually some really great work just in general. There's a little bit of slapstick that goes on in it, but again, it goes a long way to have these very physical skeleton hands and stuff in it versus that could have easily been CGI.
Right.
But I mean, it feels like a very physical threat.
But that's also so much more cheap too. You literally just have two people on both sides of the camera pulling at it.
Right.
Yeah, that's practical.
It's probably like $15 an arm for that.
Probably.
And you just have to add in the sound design.
I meant to be taking that seriously too. So.
Really? Bird effects?
Oh, so good. Oh man, it's just so ridiculous in just the right ways, and it's very Raiders-esque to me. Like Indy thinks that he's going to get away with it, and he doesn't, and all hell kind of breaks loose in that moment with it. Although in Raiders, it's a contained situation. In this, Ash fucks up, and it's not so contained.
Yeah. Oh.
And he's back. Again. The promised one. The interesting thing about this to me is that there's this giant castle, right? But there doesn't seem to be a town or anything around it at all.
Right.
Like, where are all the people? Not just the people who live in the castle.
Right.
For medieval England, it's a little bit confusing for me. Just going to throw that out there. Just what? I just love the design of that book, man. I just think it looks so cool. It's such a great prop. Yeah, basically. See, lasting effects. He woke up army of the dead. Had a deal.
Does that look like a Nick Cage?
It does. It looks like Nick Cage with a unibrow in Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse.
I don't know if I like that.
So that's definitely a choice. Oh, the sad guy. He looks so sad. What is he? The guy who makes all the swords and stuff, I think. It's over. Again, they went from having no relationship to having a relationship to him being like blowing her off again. It's
Yep.
just very funny to me. That's just pillow talk, baby. I wonder if you could remake this movie now and manage to do it in a way that you could make it not part of an Evil Dead franchise and still sell it.
I think you remake it, but you put it in a different time.
I could see that.
So it could even be colonial, to be honest, like 1800s or
Sure.
1700s.
This would be 1400s.
What was crazy is that watching it now and then, like, there's a very, very successful line of comic books that are set after this, and kind of to Evan's point, they actually do they kind of do this movie again in the very first arc, but Ash ends up in a different time, and it's actually really, really kind of fun. So Evan has a point actually to that, I think. But
I can't see this movie being made now, especially because medieval times have that very specific style.
Right. And it's not a selling point, really.
Yeah.
I mean, King Arthur didn't even sell. What was that, Chris?
Are those comics canon?
They were canon to a point, but I mean, now with Ash versus Evil Dead, none of it really, unfortunately, kind of matters. But I mean, they're still great stories. They were the thing that gave me more Army of Darkness or Ash Adventures kind of period. This is what I love. Now we start getting into the using all these puppets and like claymation work for all these skeletons. Again, very specific time and place for this kind of technique.
Right.
We don't do stuff like this at all anymore. This would be a CGI horde so quickly.
I feel like a movie, not recently, but in the past few years, used claymation often.
Yeah, it was wasn't it one of the Caroline or one of the Coraline, one of the movies inspired?
No. I mean like within a live action film.
I honestly couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Damn, I feel dumb.
The evil Ash. Where did they get the slave women?
Right?
Again, I'd like to point out that there's literally no village or anything around here. while this is happening. No complaint from me. I just think it's very funny.
Yeah. Probably part of the bit.
Oh, 100%. Again, this movie is 100% in on its own joke, is why it works. If more movies were in on the joke, it's why Groundhog Day works so well. Groundhog Day works because it's in on the joke. Happy Death Day works because it's in on the joke. If you know what you're doing and you sell their movie knowing what it is,
right,
you're more likely to respond to it, at least in my opinion. That's Sam Raimi's brother, by the way, that they showed.
Oh, really?
Very quickly, yeah. The dude next to medieval Nick Cage.
I think Sorry to Bother You might have had clay.
It definitely had makeup, I know, at the very end, if I'm thinking about what you're thinking about.
Yeah, but I feel like there's also a point in time where like they made them all small too. I could be wrong though. There's a lot happening in that movie.
Oh, no. I know what you're talking about. Wow. Booksmart used claymation.
It did.
Booksmart used claymation. It shrunk them in it.
It did.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking.
Shout out Booksmart.
That movie's so great, by the way. Yeah, Booksmart
also
was awesome.
Early Man, one of the last claymated films that have come out recently.
Mm-hmm. I love
a great movie.
Their new one is on Netflix right now, the sequel to Shaun the Sheep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Shit.
Definitely worth checking out if you get a chance. There's Sam Raimi's brother again, Ted Raimi.
Shout out to Ted. Does he do anything else in the world?
He still acts. He pops up in things from time to time. Like every once in a while, I'll see him in things. They're real good friends with the Coen brothers, so he's actually in a couple of the Coen films too.
That's funny.
Yeah, which is also why Bruce is in a couple of them as well. Raimi being friends with the Coens is almost so beyond strange and yet also so perfect in the same way when you look at their different types of movies. Oh, she's evil. Reveal. Yeah, it is actually a really good reveal. And I think the makeup work on her is actually like very, very cool.
It's very theater-esque.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little bit of a Bride of Frankenstein feel also.
Yeah.
Just with the hair down, which is actually very interesting. Like I've never seen it quite like that.
This movie goes by quick.
It does. This movie's paced incredibly well. That's a thing that I give it a lot of credit for. I think that it's 100% very well paced.
Yeah, I'm there for it.
And I mean, it clocks in at just over like an hour 20, I think, if I remember correctly. Like it moves fast.
Right.
Maybe this is wise, man. Is basically they decide to make it Seven Samurai.
Yep.
They're training all the people to help them fight. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Mandalorian did that.
It happened in Clone Wars season 5, where Ahsoka trained.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Hey, popular character in Star Wars. It's Forrest Whitaker's character.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What's his name?
Holy crap! Why can I not remember his name off the top of my head?
I
know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera. Where he trains the Gerrera clan. Where she trains the Gerrera clan.
That's a great shot, by the way, of all the skeletons and stuff coming over, and then this one freaking playing music on a bone is so good.
Pirates of the Caribbean, baby.
Oh yeah. Who typed Saw Gerrera for us? Someone
Let me look.
and the Facebook group has got us.
I look.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, you know,
I've
you know
got so much stuff rattling around in my head, man. It's hard to keep it all straight sometimes.
I think it was Paul Denizzo.
Paulie D. Thank you for.
Was Paul in Atlanta? Pat, did I freeze on y'all?
No, he froze.
PJ Campbell is froze. Everyone.
This is gonna be great for the layout.
Yeah. That was not unfortunately. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Paul. I was just curious because there were so many of the call to action guys there. And I was like, who was or wasn't there? But God to know. Hopefully, we'll meet at a Schmodown one day. All right. As PJ was commentating this whole thing because he's the one who's seen this movie. We have a whole army of skeletons about to attack this castle.
Is he the one that? Let me take off the This looks great right now, y'all. This is awesome. Just take off the banner for right now.
I got you. There we go. We're good.
All right. So this is great.
It's currently just me and Pat. Oh, me and Chris. Sorry.
I'm not Pat.
We're doing what we can. Definitely NY Boston and Spectacular. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the New York one whenever that happens.
The New York one. Wait till when that does happen. When Evan's gonna have something to do at the fan event. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's true. We're working some things out. All right, they're officially attacking the castle now. Bruce Campbell is staring down at him menacingly.
Look at all that fog.
It's definitely a very it takes its time when it needs to. That's what I'll say about this for sure. This movie takes its time when it needs to. Daddy. Oh, I predicted that.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know he was gonna say steady.
Boom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely gives you Lord of the Rings vibes.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely sure Lord of the Rings, the films, took inspiration. Yeah, Peter Jackson probably took a little bit of inspiration from a lot, just because of how in depth those films are, how involved they are. You could say.
The fact that we're all
PJ Campbell back is the biggest mystery of the day. There's not too much longer in the movie though.
There's only 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Wonder where PJ is, but you get the giant thing.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, now I'm here for the first person point of view. I think every single first person shot was building up to that one.
Yeah.
Every single one. My grievances are now good.
That guy's face is effed up.
Yeah, claymation work. The claymation work itself is actually dated itself.
It doesn't matter. I love Kong, so it looks great to me. This is very David and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
Bada boom. They gotta penetrate the asshole. They have to get in there.
Oh. Head down, head down.
And they're dead. How are our comments going?
Oh wow. Great effect. Oh, the skeletons can talk.
Yep.
That's a lot. That's awful strategy. That's cool. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, that guy's dead too. No, he's not.
What in the world?
What the hell?
That was so unnecessary.
That poor guy.
God save us all. God. I don't need no God.
It's a little bit funny. Yeah.
Why did you just go to Elton John?
Just because I felt like it, bro. Life's good.
All right, Chad.
Crackers. I have a glass of milk here, and this is great. Abby Friel just said in capital letters, Evan.
Yo, what's up, Abby? How have things been? We also have Chris Clark. We just can't see him because Boy didn't get his camera. Pat lost his internet, and so we're just watching Army of Darkness. Never seen it before.
Monday.
Movie's cheesy as hell, but we're all just kind of chilling, having a good time. Oh, woman standing in the middle by a fire, looking like she's Jesus Christ or some shit.
No,
That's
Palatena. How about Palatena?
That's from Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
Also, that was a direct Jesus reference. You know this, Chris.
Oh no.
She was sacrificing herself for her people. Ooh. Ugh. I have no clue how this movie's gonna end. I mean, he's gonna end up winning, but like, what's gonna happen in the next 10 minutes makes no sense to me.
I feel like this
God.
is like, yeah.
Bro, some of these first person point of view shots I'm just not here for. I miss you too, Abby. Atlanta was good. I need Atlanta to happen again, but we're all trapped, so no Atlanta.
Abby, you should go to New York and be in the set in Evan's opening set.
You mean when I play the guitar, maybe?
Yeah.
We don't talk about it, but we do. All right. Oh my. Yo, back up. How is there backup out of nowhere?
That's a lot of extras.
Only one viewer. Cool. Thanks, Rostica. Thank you. Appreciate that.
The support is great.
We do what we can. Okay. Where do these people come from? Like, I was here for us like dying and shit. But now it's not even going to be like a battle. Oh, the cheese. He literally said, "Oops." Potentially, yes. Yes, I may be performing in New York.
More than likely, if we do the fan concert thing that we did a year ago,
Y'all can check out my live streams on
he would
my own
along,
personal Facebook
he would open it along with Mardonia.
with Alex.
Yeah, you would probably be the first set. He would be the second set.
Yeah.
You would
Marzonia.
The Enya.
Where do these people come from? Wow. Okay, I see how it is. Bye. Not you, Rosika. Shush your trap. Maybe you know.
He's a troublemaker.
You can see our great commentary, or PJ's great commentary, and ours first time viewing for the first like 50 minutes of the movie until PJ comes back.
Yeah, he's probably not coming back for the rest of the stream. There's only 5 minutes left of the movie.
He said he'll try.
Hopefully.
Okay. Do you? I really can't believe she was the love interest. They really had to do that.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
What even was this?
Well,
Army of Darkness. It's an Army of Darkness watch along.
Read the title, bud.
Read the fucking. Okay, Rosika. Okay, we have big boss fight. This is probably what determines everything, and we know Bruce Campbell's gonna win. It's just a matter of how.
The guy's face looks like meat sauce.
It reminds me of the mummy figure from the Universal ride.
Oh, that's a good call. Good call.
Your souls will be mine. Stop! It's a trap!
This is definitely Errol Flynn right here.
Gone. Thrown over. All right, Bruce Campbell fighting two evil people at the same time on brand. Kind of here for it. Oh, he's still alive. Beautiful. Yeah, this gives me big indie vibes, especially that live show at Disney Hollywood Studios. Oh, flipped. Ooh, okay. Pop off, Bruce. Wait, how are you not dead? He said, spoil those good looks. Okay, we know Bruce Campbell cute.
Evan, you like saying that word, don't you?
Cute's a great word. Oh, the music's gone.
Uh-huh.
And he set a flame.
And I set fire to the flame.
Oh, he should be dead now.
Yeah, he's burned. We didn't start the fire.
This is definitely a trip, to say the least.
It's not a trip. It's an adventure.
I mean, pop off, Chris.
I'm a cutie. Wow, this is great though. This is David and the Argonauts.
Like, some shots look really good, and then there's other shots like this one that just look awful to me.
Yeah, it's just the joke and the ray of the game.
Oh. You just punched a skeleton. Oh. Wow. Oh, Bruce Campbell nearly breaks his neck. Because that was smart. Oh, vengeance. Oh, we have a PJ Campbell in a second. Go ahead, turn on your camera, bud.
Do we?
Oh, I'm back.
Oh.
And then he just left.
There we go.
Yep, my internet totally crashed out, so that was great.
That's
good.
fine. It happens.
So, did you finish it?
We're close.
Close?
They just
Close.
won.
Cool.
There's just one.
All the skeletons are retreating.
Yeah, it's definitely very Sinbad, David of the Argonauts.
Oh, 100%. It definitely is pulling from that whole situation.
Yeah, I was in.
Well, it has that entire feel of everything that he used to do just as a special effects artist, which I really, really like. I'm a big fan of, what is it? Mysterious Island is another one that he did like way back in the day and no one really saw it. I really love that movie.
It had been launched in 2000.
The end battle was not nearly as good as the rest of the movie.
It's super. No, it's not. But the battle itself is amazing because it's super over the top.
I guess. I do say all the first person point of view shots led up to the catapult shot, and that will forever go down. I appreciated that. The first person, the catapult being launched.
Oh yeah.
And the camera's the fireball itself. That was cool.
It's beautiful.
Qui-Gon.
That's not what's his name? Liam Rife. Not Liam Neeson.
No, it is definitely not. Liam Neeson is not in this movie, Chris.
No,
I know,
he does not look like Liam Neeson.
What timestamp are you guys at right now?
We are at
11:20.
Yeah, 11:30 now. 1:11:30.
1:11:30.
Yeah, we're now at like 1:11:35, 36, 37. You get the point.
Yeah, I'm at 39 then.
Beautiful.
Like how the
You're right on time.
One staircase scene was right out of Earl Flynn.
Yeah, and again, that was definitely feels intentional.
Yeah, all intentional.
This movie just has such a cool throwback nature that I like so much. And again, it mixed with the horror makes it feel unique in that way.
That's fair.
Because I don't think we get a lot of horror adventure films like this. I mean, The Mummy is probably the closest outside of this movie. But The Mummy is much more Indiana Jones than this is.
Well, we also have Zombieland.
Yeah, I'll give you Zombieland. Zombieland's definitely a little bit of an adventure film.
Oh, Zombieland Double Tap is so good.
It
I haven't
really
seen the
is.
first Zombieland, but Double Tap is so freaking good.
I still can't believe you've never seen the first one.
I know.
You never seen the first Zombieland?
Nope. But I love Double Tap. Such a good movie.
Seeing the first one makes Double Tap that much better. Kind of like how Rocky. So Pat, he still hasn't seen Rocky. So
I know. We're working on that.
no, that's probably something we'll have to work on.
So that's Ted Raimi again, by the way. I think it's like the second or third character now he is in the movie. Sam's brother. They look so similar.
Oh, that was Sam Raimi, yeah.
Bruce is so machismo.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
It's awful and great at the same time.
So this was all a completely different ending, by the way. This is not the original ending for the movie. This was done in reshoots because the original ending was not test audience friendly.
Did it not work?
Which is kind of fun.
You release the original ending?
Yeah, you can actually see it. The European cut has it. The biggest thing was that Ash versus Evil Dead actually basically took the ending from this that it originally was and used it as its ending too, which I thought was kind of ironic. And everything came full circle in the end.
So the ending for this originally was in the next one.
In a way, yes. In a way, yes.
What is the original ending?
So when he goes back and he like says he doesn't say the words, and he ends up in the future, in like the post-apocalyptic future with no one. So he doesn't get back to his own time. He sleeps too long and wakes up, and he's alone in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
That's even better.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love this ending. It's super over the top. It's super ridiculous. And it does fit the rest of the movie. But at the same time, like, if anyone's going to end up in a post-apocalyptic future,
It would be him.
it would be him, because his hubris would have gotten him there.
This is so over the top.
Roska asking, what even is this? Roska, I believe it says exactly what it was. It was us watching along to Army of Darkness.
Yeah, we've already called him out in his tomfoolery.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
Hail to the king, baby. So welcome to what is the Army of Darkness. What did you guys think now that you've seen the movie?
Bro, it really had to end on a kiss like that. Just saying.
It definitely had to.
It's good. But it's such of its age.
Well, I mean, yes, 100% it is.
Like, this is a movie I don't think that's aged well, but that almost works for the movie.
It's almost
And
like
that
it's
makes sense.
intentional.
It's almost like it's a product of its time because it was a product of its time.
Well, this is a different conversation for its own. I'd probably, if I had to score it, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Probably. It's a lot of fun.
It is so fun.
It's fun. I wouldn't give it 7. I would probably give it like maybe 6 or a 7, maybe close to a high 6. I mean, it's a fun movie. I think it's hilarious. I think it's the charm is all there. It's not meant to be a 8 or 9 out of 10 movie. It's meant to be fun. A score is only a score. It's not how you feel about a movie. So I feel like it's a solid 6. It's good. It was fun.
Yeah, but there's also like, and it could just be a thing of like how I feel about cheesy movies in general. Like movies are intentionally supposed to be cheesy. Some of them hit for me and some of them don't. This one hit, but it didn't hit as hard as I wanted it to.
So I have a story for you guys real quick on top of all of this. So
Okay.
All right.
And now we have PJ and his blinds. We've seen all the sides of PJ today.
You basically have. So originally, before Ash versus Evil Dead ended up happening, there was supposed to be another movie. Evil Dead 4 was supposed to at least happen at one point, and it didn't. But there was supposed to be another film, and that was supposed to be the sequel to Freddy vs. Jason. After Freddy vs. Jason took off, they were going to make a sequel, which was Freddy vs. Jason versus Ash. The movie actually got as far as being outlined and was going to happen. And at the last minute, Sam Raimi pulled out because he decided he had wanted to do Evil Dead 2 or Evil Dead 4 at the time.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was they turned it into a very nifty comic book. So that if you ever wanted to know what happened next officially until they actually did a sequel show, this was the original sequel, essentially.
Okay.
To literally 3 separate franchises. And
Amazing.
That was originally set up, I think it was in Jason Goes to Hell. You actually see the Necronomicon before Jason's mask gets pulled into hell by Freddy. Right. So like it had all kind of been set up intentionally. And they were, so there's something kind of cool about that in a way. I think this comic might actually be out of print now, but it's definitely, I think you can find it pretty easily digitally if you ever want to check it out. I think it's a great sequel one to Freddy vs. Jason, but it was even better that it was like a sequel to Evil Dead because you got to see Ash fighting more than just Deadites and doing something so entirely different.
True. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's, this whole series holds like a really big soft spot in my heart. Like I'm always going to love it. I think that there's something to this character in this world that's just so interesting. And I was glad that Ash versus Evil Dead even happened because I felt like at least I finally got to kind of say goodbye to the franchise in the end. Like at this point, it's not coming back. It's just not. Like there's no way it comes back. Like I'm happy with where it left off for the most part. I would love more, but I mean, Bruce Campbell's in his 60s at this point. how much fake blood and gore and stuff can you shove down his throat? Like, he's not going to keep doing this.
Yeah, he's old ass man.
So,
To say the least.
you know, I will ask, would this make you watch Ash versus Evil Dead?
The series?
Yeah.
Maybe. I am in times like these, probably. Right now, to let the people know, we're watching Steven Universe in my house. That's a trip, and we're gonna alternate on animated series, but I could probably throw in Ash versus Evil Dead on my own at some point.
I'd be very curious.
That.
I'd be very curious to see what you think, because it leans a lot more horror, obviously, because it's like the Evil Dead name versus Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
But it's still very inherently exactly what this movie kind of is. So just much bloodier and much darker.
Right. Also, really small crew.
Very. Robert Meyer Burnett actually worked on this movie.
Well,
well, did he edit?
What did he do?
I can't remember. I know that his name is in there. We actually noticed it the last time we were watching it.
Skywalker Sound.
Yep, Skywalker Sound.
I knew George Lucas was involved. There's always George Lucas.
When is he not involved?
Exactly. That man probably has so much money.
That's fairly accurate. So we've done it. We did our first watch along. I missed like the last 10 minutes, but that's all right. Stuff happens. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I had a really, really, really great time. Evan, Chris, how about you guys?
Chris? We want to go first, Evan? Okay.
Sure, I'll go
it was
first.
fun. This is the first time I've streamed in a long time. It's fun. It's great to be with you guys. Let's do this again. Wait till next weekend for family game night. It's going to be fun. Did anybody hear me?
Evan?
Oh, true. It was. Yeah, we can hear you. It was definitely a good time. There was a lot happening in the movie going on at once. I was like, okay, go off, Bruce Campbell. I see what you're doing. I can definitely see the Spider-Man in it, because that's where I know Sam Raimi. That was my first Sam Raimi experience. So like when I see the movie, I see it through the eyes of, oh, this is the guy who directed Spider-Man for me. But even with that, it's a cool experience to get like more background on a director who's also now going to be involved in one of the biggest properties out there in Doctor Strange.
Totally.
So it's really cool to get that background. Also knowing a little bit more about Bruce Campbell, who's literally everywhere. So I had a really good time. I'm excited to see what movie gets picked out next week. Hopefully I can swindle something, and who knows.
Oh God, dude, we're not doing Ratatouille. I've already told you.
Not yet. Not now, obviously. Down the road.
How do we figure out what we pick? Well, that's fun.
But anyways, also excited for family game night. We have some really fun things lined up, and just practicing. The quicker we do that, the quicker all this is over. That's all I have to say. And and check out my personal Facebook timeline, and then I'm doing some live streams, so be there for that.
Evan totally nailed it. Please fucking stay home, you guys. I know how hard this can be for people, but please stay home. Like, I love that we're able to do all this because we're all stuck at home and we literally can't do anything. But we can still do that once this is all said and done also. Like, stay home, wash your hands, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. Just try to get through this as best as possible. We're just going to try to, do this and give you guys a good time in the process. That's all we can do.
Yes, sir.
So
crazy well.
Thank you guys for everyone who tuned in for our very first live stream on the channel. I hope that you guys will come back. And if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments and thoughts below in the comments down in the YouTubes. Like, let us know what you thought of the movie. What do you think of the franchise? Do you like the direction it went? Do you wish we had gotten a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash movie? Like, I'd love to hear from you. So hit the comment button, hit the like button, do the normal stuff. Like and share. Please, for the love of God, like, subscribe, and share. Chris, where can the good kids find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing. And be sure to subscribe. This is going to be all fun. And the return of Suddenly Soundtrack is coming soon, too. So be excited for that. Getting all that stuff.
I'm very excited about Suddenly Soundtracks, by the way, because pushed Chris to bring that back. That was a group effort, but we made it happen. I'm very happy about that.
For sure.
It's so true. Evan, where can the kids find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram. I've never plugged that before, so we're gonna plug that today at Evan Degraff. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. That's where I usually plug the most of my social things at Evan Degraff Live. It's right there. And also follow my Facebook. Just friend me on at Evan Degraff. I'll probably friend you back. I'm getting live streams going. I'm trying to spread some positivity with this coronavirus stuff. So be there for that. We've had some decent success. I even got a text from a person saying how much, just how much they appreciated it. It's a good time. So be there. And also make sure you guys I'm actually serious. Subscribe to the channel. Make things a little easier on us.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
listening to Pat talk.
We're real close to 50 subscribers already. Within 2 or 3 days, which I wasn't expecting. So, keep hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comment button, share this stuff. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at PJ_Campbell. You can find us at the PJ Campbell Show Network Facebook group. Please head over there. PJ_Campbell, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook group, PJ Campbell Show Network. Join us. And hey, if you're not binging anything right now, maybe binge the Schmodown, because we've all been involved in that in some way, shape, or form. We love the Schmodown. Give that a look if you haven't already. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next week for Family Game Night and whatever our next live video stream ends up being. See you guys soon.